Yo, people, the day Arteta gets sacked, I'm taking all the copyright strikes. Yes, people, nice and decent people. Welcome back to BBK Sport. Listen, the day Arteta gets sacked, or the day we win a trophy, I'm taking all the copyright strikes, all of them. I'm playing all the music. It's gonna be a joyful day. Yeah, well, that's not what we're here, right? Did y'all see that damn Semenyo goal today, boy? That Ghana boy. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. 25 years old, Ghana international, 38 million market value. How did we miss that, mom? How did we miss that boy? That boy got some skills. I'm not gonna lie. He got some damn skills. And I got a lot of flack this morning on the warm-up show when I predicted Man United to beat fucking who is it? 2-0. They got 2-0. That's what I predict for my score, right? Yeah, 2-0 to Sunderland. And a lot of people saying I'm crazy. I'm like, nah. There's no way Man United losing that. Ain't no way in hell. Big up to Darren. Darren, always about. Hope you're good too, my brother. Big up to Bluebird. Big up to Alvin. Big up to that's the meet right there. We're gonna get all into that there. The link is pinned. The link is pinned in the chat for anyone who wants to hop on. Mateo saying fucking hope Semenyo is a baller for life and a lifelong Arsenal fan. Is he really? I don't know that Ghana boy, man. Big up to AJ, my guy. Hope you are good. Big up to BX Gunner. BX Gunner, what you telling me? Hope you're good. Hope you're good and well out there in I don't know where BX gonna be. You be all over the damn place in the East Coast. This minute you're in Charlotte, next minute you're in Florida. But I hope you're good, bro. I hope you are good and well. What the hell? Man, like Max Tax. Can you hear me?
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to listen, man.
So listen. All right, you're good, man. I'm gonna put you backstage then. All right,
All right.
cool. All right, big up, man. Big up to man like Max, lifelong Man United fan. I'm pretty sure he agrees with me that they're gonna beat what's his name? Sunderland tomorrow. Big up to Sabi in the place. Big up to you. Hope you're good and well. Maryland Queen. Grab your pum pum and wind up Friday night. You have some niceness I go on over on the East Coast tonight, yeah? But people, Antoine Semenyo. Is he the missing piece? Is he the missing piece to the puzzle? Seriously, though. Because that boy, he got the ball over to the left-hand side with like 2 or 3 defenders around him. Like, nothing's going to happen here. Plays dead. Probably kick it off somebody's shin for a throw-in and hope he can win something. Bruh. Man decided to turn into Prime Ronaldinho on the sideline. And that damn Leno. How you get beat like that? Man looked at the goal, looked at the far post from a tight angle and said, you know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it. Man said, left side, right side. Nope, straight to him, pum pum. Straight into the goal. One of the best things Arteta ever did was get rid of Leno because you can't get beat there. If that was Raya getting beat there, if that was Anana getting beat there at that tight of an angle, the media would be all over him. All over him. But that was criminal. Criminal for him to get beat there. But yeah, Semenyo, I'm not gonna lie. If left winger, if we ever needed a damn left winger, there he is. But the price just gone up, right? Yesterday's price is not today's price. Because the whole world, anyone with eyes can see that we need a left winger now. And I'm not gonna lie, he looks like he fits the bill. We talk about Premier League proven. Now that's a prem proven winger right there. That's what we saying. Is anyone at Arsenal turning their nose up at Semenyo? Because he's better than Trossard, better than Martinelli. For what we need, we could use a player like that with some flair, some speed. And for his third goal, yeah? For those who haven't seen his third goal, as good as his individual brilliance was for his second goal, if you look at the third goal that killed off the game, right? When the ball broke, he is not even in the picture. He's nowhere near it. And by the time the ball is crossed, he is right there. for the tap in. I'm like, yeah, this guy right here. In the 90 something minute, right? In the dying stages of the game, he already had his glory, already had the game winner, and still had the discipline, still had the lungs, still had the situational awareness to make that run. And his teammates, that's the teammate right there, right? That's a teammate, because the teammate could have took a shot, could have held the ball up, could have ran to the corner flag. But teammate look up and you see your teammate just made that gut busting run, and he rewards him. It's like a point guard. When your big man run the floor, you throw him the lob. Even if you got the hot hand and you know you can knock down those threes. You know, if you're Steph Curry, remember back in the day when Steph Curry was running the point and doing the dance and dancing over people. They used to have a big man in that Warrior side named Festus Ezeli. Festus Ezeli would be lucky if he averaged a point a game. He was just out there for rebounds, blocking, and fouling. But whenever he ran the floor, Steph would reward him with a dunk, a layup, a lob of some sort, so he can have a highlight reel for the day that he retires. His family can take that photo up and be like, this was the time he dunked on everybody from the Sacramento Kings. Dappin's going all around. Big up Lynch. Come on, you Gunners. Tomorrow, West Ham, you know, I got 3-0. No, not 3-0. I got 3-1. I'm not going to lie. I think we can see tomorrow. I actually think that Bowen gets some change out of Calafiore tomorrow. You know, AJ saying Darren Martin every time with the Jamaican. AJ, why are you awake? What time is it in the UK right now? It's got to be at 1 a.m. Yes, it's just past 5 in the evening for me. So I know it's 1 a.m. And you men are up, showing love to the channel. Bless. Greatly appreciated. 18 of you all locked in. Make sure that you are hitting this like button on the channel. Subscribe if you're new. I am glad to have you. So let's do this. Let's get him. Let's get Semenyo. I'm here for it. I am all over it. Cheers. Dappin's going around. I love it. We should get Semenyo in January. Brother, get the money now. Sell everybody. Sell everybody on the left wing and bring him in. Get him in, bid him in. Big up to G Money. G Money in the house. Hey, G Money, the link is in the chat. I got it pinned. If you want to hop on. I got time today. It's Friday. You know, I have lowered the flag and hoisted the beer. Zwei beer, bitte. All is good. Love for the love, man. Appreciate y'all checking in. Yeah, but not gonna lie. Missing piece, but not for us, says Wahaha. I'm pretty sure he doesn't go to United. I don't want him to go to United. He should rebel and not go to United. You have enough left wingers over there any damn way, right? Cunha plays off to the left. You got Mason Mount that occupies left of center as well. Yeah, you good. And plus, you can't have too many AFCON players in your team, because Mbuemo already goes to AFCON in December. You're going to have to compensate for that. I think Mbuemo actually banks tomorrow. I think he's going to have a field day with Sunderland. I don't know, you know, as bad as United are right now, I don't think they're that bad to lose to Sunderland at home. You know, I know Wahaha and Waffle Don, everyone in the chat this morning was making a hell of a case on why I shouldn't pick United to win. But they're not going to have 38 shit games. Right? They have a shit game against us. They have a shit game against City. They have a shit game against Brentford. But some of these games, they're going to turn up. You know, so I think tomorrow is one of those games that they turn up. Because Sunderland, like, are we putting too much stock on Sunderland because they're 7th right now? Or where they at? Because I know Bournemouth then shot up the table today with that impressive win. Bournemouth are ahead of Palace, are ahead of us. Bournemouth are 2nd. Bournemouth, now they deserve to be there. They absolutely deserve to be there. So there's no slander for Bournemouth. We all respect Iraola as an up-and-coming manager. You know, man lost his left back to Liverpool. Man lost his center back to Real Madrid. He's lost Solanke over the years. He's lost some good players. And yet here they are still playing good football. Got Evan Nilsson looking like a world beater. No one wanted Evan Nilsson from Porto. But he's come to the Premier League and he's looking great. There is no Portuguese La Liga tax that we're trying to pile onto Gyökeres on him. He's looking good. They lost Quatero. Quatero is, I don't know where he went, but I know he's no longer at Bournemouth. So they've lost quite a few key players, and still they are out here. A lot of teams going to Vitality Stadium this year is going to have a long 90 minutes. We found that out last year when we went there and lost 2-0. You know, so I'm here for all the Bournemouth praise. Leno Trash for letting that in. Yeah, he you can't get beat there. He turned around, that look on his face like a kid that just lost their toy. He's like, oh man. If there was ever if there's a backup keeper at Fulham right now, you're knocking out the manager's door like, bruh, like what the hell's going on? Not only did you get your pum split, you just got beat from 30 yards from Clivert. Like Patrick is proud somewhere tonight watching his son slap one in the top bins from 25 yards. And if you're old enough to watch Patrick Clivert play, you know, if you know, you know. That guy on his day was unplayable. Right, so he's a proud dad tonight watching his son slap one from that far. Like, come on, Leno. Leno need to fix up, man. Big up to Wahaha. Lynch, bigging up everyone in the chat. Sabi Pinky getting her love. James Bond, Wagwan Maji. Manners and respect every time. Semenyo better than Nelly and Trust are put together. Yep, add them up. Add them up. None of them can do what he did today. Under that, the confidence, the skill, right, and the poise. That was he made a good case for himself today. If he's trying to get a move and he's auditioning, he is doing it well. I'd be quite calm if that boy was on the left wing. If he's on the left wing, we got him on the left wing, Saka on the right wing, and Eze can actually play in the middle of the park where he's best. Gyökeres gets 20 tap-ins. Nah, that's an exaggeration still, but he'll get 20 goals. But like 8 to 12 of those goals will be tap-ins. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Festus Desdili was shit. Lost us the ring. I keep forgetting Wahaha is a Warriors fan. But you get the point. Yeah, he was shit. But the point I'm making is whenever he ran the floor and Steph looked up and saw him, Steph would feed him the ball. Whether he missed the dunk, missed the layup, Steph would give up 3 points, knowing, okay, I got to reward the big man for running the floor. but Festus didn't cost you the ring. No, he didn't. Draymond Green did. Draymond got himself suspended in Game 5. You know, it was not a Draymond. It wasn't a Festus. I'm not letting you get away with that. Nope. Big up to Suge from down under. Suge, you absolute legend of a man. A national treasure. We need to do everything we can to protect Suge at all costs. Thank you for the super chat, sir. Manners and respect. Big up yourself every single time. Big up to Gary. Big up to G Money. Nusa is also a good shout. Good shout. Not a bad shout. But right now, you know, all eyes on Semenyo. That boy has really, really made a good account of himself. Doesn't mean we should try. I hear that. 2 a.m. here, but insomnia getting the better of me. Need some Arteta ball. You need some of that Arteta. I bet, well, I tell you what, tomorrow at what? So the game comes on at 7 for me, so 3 p.m. UK time. Yeah, you want to fall asleep? Yeah, let's put on the Arsenal game. You'll be out by the 20th minute, you'll be snoring, bro. As we're probably going to win that, but it's going to be death by 1,000 passes. Horseshoe, Martinelli, back around. Now do we attack? Look over to Mikael for instruction. Now do we attack? Look over Mikael for some more instruction. Yeah, you have no problem falling asleep. Big up to Sheila. Oh, Jesus, I'm messing your name up. Shelia Nanko. Big up yourself, Cheap. Keep up the good work. I'm sorry. I tried to pride myself on pronouncing people's name properly. Did not see that eye. Eyes are bad. Oh man. I need some of that sour diesel to help my eyesight. Lynn say, exactly. Sell Nelly and Trussard for 75 million. Add another 25 and go get him. It'll probably take 80 or 90. In January, it probably would. But right now, his market value on FootMob is at 38 million pounds. So, yeah, that's probably double in January. And especially they know that it's us. Our left wing is stinky. You know, Bournemouth, he's probably their best player. And I don't know. Don't watch him enough to know if he, you know, how Evan Ilsa fits into the team. I know they got that American kid. What's his name? Is it what's his damn name? I think he is injured right now. That usually plays in there. Shea Adams. Yeah. And now he's not injured. Played today, played well. Got a 7.1 rating. Tavernier, Brooks, Scott. Big up to Bournemouth, man. But whatever it costs. But if it's 80, 90 million, we're not going to kid ourselves. We are not going to get him, right? In January. But clearly, we have a hole to fill. And that boy, you know. Hey, man, you can't be in a position to be choosing right now, Wahaha. If he announces or his agent leaks this story that Semenyo wants to move to Man United, he goes there. I'm sorry. All right. I mean, did you want Cunha? Did you want Mbuemo? Or did you want, higher quality than that? Cunha made it clear that, hey, I want Man United. And he got his move. And Mbuemo said, hey, and he got his move. So if Semenyo said he wants, he gets that move. Trade us Mbuemo for Nani. I don't know. I don't think any United fan is. I think Mbuemo will come good, eventually still. Because you don't score 20 goals a season for Brentford if you're shit. Because the pressure was on him to score goals. After Ivan Toney went to Saudi, everyone, including myself, was asking where the goal's going to come from, where the goal's going to come from. He answered the question. He answered the call. IDK, man, they might get packed up. Darren says, smash the likes button, people. Yes, people, please do. Smash the like button. It's going to be an absolute waffle session tonight. Win the league, then sign Semenyo next summer. Strengthen from a position of strength, yeah? I hear it. Have you seen Sunderland play? I watched them against Forest. The first full 90 minutes I've seen of them this season is when they played Forest in the 1-0 set piece chink off Xhaka. So I haven't seen them in their previous 5 games. But from what I'm hearing, they're very organized. But I don't know. I think people are giving Xhaka way too much praise and way too much love now. Like, this is granted. I've seen this man at Arsenal for 6 years and gave us one good season. One. He was here for 6 years, gave us one okay season, 4 shit ones, one good one at the end. The recency bias and the prison of the moment is strong with this Granit Xhaka praise. But because the good season was the last one, people think, oh, he was at Arsenal pulling up trees. No, he wasn't. He wasn't good. But I do rate Adingra, the one that kid that they got from Brighton. I think he is really good. But other than that, I don't know too many of the Sunderland players. But even if they are good players, I just think tomorrow Man United will be up for that game. I don't think it's crazy for me to sit here and say United can beat Sunderland, a newly promoted team. Darren says at Lynch, I think we need him to win the league. Yeah, he damn sure doesn't hurt. Like, we add him to our front line, and all of a sudden, Eze will look even better. Because now he has runners off of him all across this. Whenever he looks up, someone is into space, whether it be Semenyo, Gyökeres, or Saka. That's when Eze would thrive. Because normally when Eze is at Palace, he looks up, he has one runner, and that was Mateta. He looks up now and he has options. Option is a beautiful thing. I mean, you could have gone for Mbuemo. We're taking our sweet time signing him. I think Mbuemo made it pretty clear that he only wanted United. I think that was the deal with that one. Evan Nilsson, Cliver, and Semenyo banging up top. Yeah, they got a nice little thing going on. Yeah, man, straight through him. He looked back looking like, how did that? He knows he's going to hear about that one from the goalkeeping coach. Big up to Catalan 94, says Semenyo would cook in Spain. He has the tech. And if it's one thing you need in Spain to thrive, you need to be technically good. He cooks anywhere. Yeah, he a baller. That's the thing is, right? We know a baller when we see one, right? Maybe it's because there's so many dead ballers in the Prem. There are so many dead footballers in the Prem. Like, whenever we see an actual good one, we're like, hey, this guy right here he stands out, The cream always rises to the top. But big up to Suge, man. Absolute legend that he is. I thought he would have went to Liverpool as Diaz replacement. That would have been a good shout. But the window that Liverpool fans the window that Liverpool was having, right? Every Liverpool fan was just like this. They were like, okay, KSG is spending money. We're happy. We don't care who they get. They're breaking the transfer record for this guy, that guy, and we're good. At the time, Frimpong was high on the market. Wirtz was the guy. Everyone would have accepted Wirtz in their team. And speaking of Wirtz, oh my days. I said this morning that I see a lot of the Liverpool mates, LFC Monster, Chris Welch, the ones that come around BBK Sports in the chat, big them up every single time. But group chats that I'm in, I'm seeing a lot of Liverpool fans going way too far to defend this shit. What I don't like about it is you're going out your way doing mental gymnastics to defend a player that has done nothing for your club. What has Wirtz done for Liverpool? Fuck all. So it's like completely tribal. There's no objectivity there. You can criticize a player for playing shit. But what are you defending? Oh, he's doing progressive. No, yeah. We got eyes. He's playing shit. We see that he's shit. The coach see that he's playing shit. That's why he's being subbed out. And he doesn't start tomorrow. He doesn't start at Chelsea tomorrow. I really think he don't. But we'll get back to that. Draymond should have been suspended in the Western Conference Final, not the finals. No. In 2016, when he in Game 4 in the NBA Finals, when LeBron stepped over him and he punched LeBron in the nuts and got suspended for Game 5. He got suspended for Game 5 because that was he accumulated too many texts, and then the Cavs won that game. Then they won Game 6, and Game 7 was at the Oracle, and we all know what happened. LeBron with the chase down blocking that. But no, that was the finals. Western Conference team, Eastern Conference team playing in the NBA playoffs. It has to be the finals. Chat, do it. Like and subscribe, says Gary. Big up to Gary. The legendary Suge, man. Suge deserve all the plaudits that he gets. Delia getting her love for passing through the channel. Big up. Giving Arteta another headache. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure he wants that, innit? He comes off as a lazy manager that just wants the lineup pick for him. Hey, this guy, that guy. He doesn't want, a huge bunch of selection headaches where you have to think about who better suits the team. He's just, hey, I like this guy. He's playing well. I'm gonna play him. It's a midnight kickoff for me. Actually, put me to sleep. Yeah, you're gonna be out like a lamb. Just make sure you set your notification on for when the goals score, so you can get the ping to be like, okay, Arsenal are 1-0 up, 2-0 up, whatever. But these two are regretting those wants. Wait, Marcunha, I tell you what, they lose to Sunderland tomorrow, and it's long. It is absolute long, because then they got Anfield after the international break. It's not a good look. I can work with this. As and that's a team. Then I'll believe. But the fact that we spent $250 million in the transfer window and still need a left winger is wild. Yeah. And then no. The front three would be Saka, Semenyo, Gyökeres, and Eze just in the 10 with Zubimendi or Rice. Yeah, this right here. Gyökeres, Saka, Eze in the 10, MLS in the 8, Rice in the 6. Now that's quality. Then we could see some good ball. Not the anesthesia football that's going to put Suits to sleep tomorrow at kickoff. Xhaka then went invincible this season after leaving Arsenal. He did. He absolutely did. And that's why Tuchel got sacked, because Bayern Munich let that happen on their watch. And I followed Leverkusen that season. Them men were, like how we talk about Liverpool not sustainable because it was late wins. Last minute wins in the 80th, 80 plus, 90 plus minutes. That Leverkusen, there were at least 6 to 8 games where they should have lost, and they equalized in the death. because the defending in that German league is. You see that defending that Barcelona did against PSG in the Champions League we just saw. 90-something minutes and them men on the halfway line playing a high line. That's how they defend in Germany. That was That was the German Leicester. Then sell Merino and get me Quentin Timber. I could see Arsenal doing this, because we love some PR. The Timber Twins Derby. I can see these men doing that. Oh, Kinder Bueno only wanted United because no club worthy to go for him. That noise would have been different if City or Barca went for him at his level at best. Well, I'll tell you what. I think Mbeumo, after scoring 20 goals in the Premier League for Brentford, realized this is the highest that my stock is ever going to be. Right? And it's as shit as they were last year, finished 15th in that negative goal difference. It's still Man United. And they play good money, they pay good wages, and the exposure is massive. The entire world is going to see you play every Saturday and Sunday. So it might not have been Barca or City level in modern day, but it's better than Brentford. So I can understand it. And at the time, they were saying the negotiation started at 200 bags a week. I don't think he's on 200, but if you're negotiating, that's where you start. If you want 150, you start at 200, right? And then United 30, then you say, nah, I want 180. Then you say, nah, 160. Then they say 140. Then you say 150. Deal. You really wanted 150 in the beginning anyway, but you can't start there. That's a bad negotiation tactic. It could be Verts. It could be Vertless. Worthless. I see LFC Monster in the chat, so I can't say anything bad about Verts right now. I don't want man to put his foot on my neck. Yes, got suspended for accumulated flagrants. Don't remember if it was an accumulated flagrant or it was a tech. But I know that son of a bitch got himself suspended for Game 5 of the NBA Finals. That cost your team a title. So I will not let you blame that on Festus Ezeli. Sue says, Darren, if we are there or thereabouts in January, Bertha will do his magic. Hopefully that includes Arteta getting sacked. Now, I think if we're there or thereabouts, he's gonna Bertha seems like a fair man, yeah? It seems like a fair man. And if we're there or thereabouts in January. Now, if we're shit housing wins, and the reason why we're there and thereabouts is because we're shit housing wins, Bertha could be like, you know what? We're here in spite of you, not because of you. This is as far as I think you can take the team. I know someone who can actually get this team of players, this bunch, over the line. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. I am here for a new manager. The players were falling apart toward the end of the finals, though. Yeah, there were some injuries, but that's how it goes, isn't it? Night Owl settings, LFC Monster. But for me, it's early. It's an early Friday evening. I can sit here and waffle for 2-3 hours and still go enjoy the rest of my Friday night. Which is exactly what I plan to do. Kickoff, that's true support. Yeah. So the early kickoffs are 4:30 a.m. for me. 12:30 kickoff in the UK, 4:30 a.m. my time. And I've never missed any of them. Like, yeah, I get up and I watch that shit. You know what I mean? That's the life of an international fan. Like you see Max that was in here earlier that popped in the stream and popped back out. United fans, they can say what they want about that guy, but I've seen that guy pull up at Old Trafford. You know what I'm saying? I know fans in the UK that hasn't been to Old Trafford. You know what I'm saying? So there's some diehard fans on this side of the world, man. Big up to LFC Monsters. So how Semenyo didn't end up at Spurs or Newcastle is at least beyond. Well, I'm glad he didn't end up at Spurs. And I thought Newcastle would have went for I thought he would have went to Newcastle. I actually think a front line of him, Isak, and Gordon is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's when I thought Isak was actually staying. But yeah, I think he would have done good. He's better than Elanga. Definitely an upgrade on Murphy. I Right? Any Arsenal who told you that they did not want Mbeumo at the club, a lion. Mbeumo is a baller, and most of us wanted him at the club. Yeah. If Iggy didn't have a bad back, he dunks that instead of getting blocked, and we win. Hey, blew a 3-1 lead, my bro. That was a bad loss. G Money,
what's up, sir?
what you telling me? Semenyo, yeah, your nay.
Oh, definitely. I would have liked to have him besides Noni. I mean, it costs a little bit extra, and maybe you sell Trossard or Martinelli or both. But if you're telling me you're getting Semenyo, I'm going yes, because
Yes,
I mean,
actually, it looked like we prioritized the backup Osaka versus a starter on our left side.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they wanted to spend, like you said. I don't think they wanted to spend that much money like that. He would have been more than everybody else on the squad that we brought in.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I think even like, especially like what he's doing now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What he's doing now. I mean, I think he'll be a lot more. I mean, he's doing this on a Bournemouth team right now, and when they need it, he's got it. You got to play, and he plays 90 minutes. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our players can't do 90 minutes right now and perform like that at the end of a 90-minute game. He's doing it. He's doing it. He did it. He did it against. I did it against Liverpool. All right. He helped them come back, and did it today. Helped them come back, and you got to play all the way through. You got to run through the tape, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
We're showing that we can run through the tape, but I think we don't need to run through the tape. That's the problem. We shouldn't have to run through the tape. We should be actually able to, like, as they say, bring on some youngsters and let them see it out. Bring on some more defenders, let them close it down. But we can't do that yet. So the man's got to figure out a way to start fast. I mean, the way we played against Newcastle, if we repeat that against any team, most teams, there's no way they're keeping the goals. Especially, we saw what happened to Fulham today. If that's if Leno's got going up against Izzo's strikes, come on.
I hear it, man. But 1 second, Gary. 1 second. For the second time today, I've been slacking. I haven't been paying attention to the chat and let him get in here without getting his intro, man. But I have to pause for a second, ladies and gentlemen. 24, you locked in. This is how we do it. BPA Sports. We have the Underground King, the Broad Street Bully in the chat, and we have to pay our rent.
Maybach music.
Bro, say you're born stunner. I can blow money. When I'm shopping, that ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers, it's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Collar on my polo, kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching, now my watch is getting jealous.
Every Super Bowl needs a Superman. Here I am.
There he is. Here I am. There he is, people. E. Ross, the boss, the man who hijacks every stream. That's what he does. And we can't do anything. He does that at gunpoint. I have to hold my hands up and acknowledge our chat room boss, E. Ross, the Don. Big up to you, my bro. Thank you for checking in. Love for the love every single time. Now, someone said Semenyo is on 75K a week. Wow. That's pretty good for a Bournemouth player. I don't think that's high. That's higher than I thought it would be. Not gonna lie. You thought it was on that much? That's a pretty good wage for a mid-table club, isn't it? So we'd probably have to double that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Yep.
But that's what Noni is on, right? 150. So I mean, I think we could do it. I think we can do it. Bring on Semenyo to the carpet, man. But I don't think we can do that in the summer. I don't think we'll do that in January. That's a summer move, isn't it?
It's like yes and no.
You don't think we can or will?
If we're competing on all four fronts still, What are you waiting for?
Gianni, what are we waiting? Hey,
How's it going?
actually, I think if we're competing on all four fronts, that would be a reason why they wouldn't do it. Because if we're competing on all four fronts in the end, they'll be like, okay, we're gonna win one of them. Let's win one of them, and then next year we'll do it. But if we're just in one, and he would let the chances or the percentages of us winning that one that we're actually in go up, then I think they might. But if we're in all four competitions come fucking May, I think the club might be like, I don't know. We're good with him. We're good without him, but let's get him in this summer. What you saying, Gianni? Suge is in the
Big up
building.
Suge again. My guy, man.
Jinx.
Yeah, so I've actually read a report already saying that Arsenal were linked with Semenyo for this summer. I don't know how serious the links are, but surely after his performances in these past couple of games, no one should be turning their nose up at this player, right? Like dead the Rodrigo rumors. Let's try up this guy, yeah?
Yeah.
What you saying, Suge?
But I was going to say, we're basically linked to every single forward player in the market anyway. So it's like, I mean, at this point, it's a joke, really speaking. Come on now. Because, if you look at it, I could see United coming in again. For Semenyo, Chelsea obviously will put their head in the ring. Liverpool, they would. Why not? So at this point, we would probably be. And why would any decent enough player pick Arsenal over any of these teams?
Mm-hmm.
I think Semenyo walks into this team, if I'm being honest with you, but he's going to be playing on the left-hand side.
Yeah. Think so?
I think that. I mean, it only the question is, does Arteta actually push? What does he do with his captain?
What do you do with him?
No, I mean it should be. For me, it's an easy answer, but
Get rid of him.
is he strong enough to do that? Like we just bought Norgard and he was their captain, right? So it's easy to sell a captain, right? If you really, I mean, it's right there. You just seen it. It can't happen. And it's not. Arsenal hasn't brought in captains as well, so if
wasn't Rice captain at West Ham?
Captain him to a European trophy, yeah.
It can't be done. So it can't be done. He just has to know that maybe it's your turn to be on the other side of that, letting your captain go.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? It seems like Arteta has a different emotional attachment to his captain. It seems to me that the way he treats Odegaard, it seems like, yeah, this guy is, if I have to bench him or if I have to take him out of the firing line, it's not something he's willing to do. It seems like it's one of those players that you talk about. Is this the hill you're willing to die on? We used to talk about this with Xhaka and Havertz. Are you willing to die on this hill? If he's willing to die on this Odegaard hill, I'm here for it. But if Semenyo comes into the team and goes left and Eze is in the 10, Odegaard becomes your left 8 or your rotation piece for the Cups. I'm cool with that. Because Eze is better than him in the middle of the park with anyone with any kind of football. Look at these two. Like, this is the guy that gives us the better chance to win.
Odegaard and Calafiori's position at this club should be left out. Not any position on the field. They should be left out. They don't deserve to be on this club anymore. I think Odegaard's time is done. I think you don't buy Eze for 60 million to keep him on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fit him in. And Odegaard, I just don't see him being good enough defensively to why we should be holding on to him. I honestly think that Havertz and Odegaard should be the two sacrificial lambs that we get rid of if we wanted to get a Semenyo. Mm-hmm. I'd be fine with keeping Martinelli as long as Martinelli remained the backup striker, which is his true position anyways. It's not a left winger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Darren, I see your question. I'm going to start it. We'll come back to it in a second when we switch the convo. But the thing is that, Eze is too good to be on the you can put Eze on the bench when you're resting him if we're playing like Burnley at home or something but on the bench for Liverpool away, City at home, he's too good to be on the bench for those games. Mm-hmm. I'm not hearing that. I don't care what kind of tactical system you have set up. as they can execute in the middle of the park better than any other creative player that you have. So it doesn't make sense if
And-
that doesn't run.
Yeah,
And
that
let's
30,
be honest.
yeah, I was gonna
So
say
go
that
on. Sorry, go on, man.
I was gonna say that 30 minutes from that first 30 to 35 minutes in the Newcastle game that's the CV right there.
Yep.
If you want to know why Eze starts for you, that's it. Like
Mm.
we're not playing. I don't think we're going to play that many defenses who are solid and know what to do out there than the Newcastle defense at their place, right? And we saw what we did to them. We do that to anybody else. We should be laughing in that first 35 minutes of a match.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I mean I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's I mean I don't know what else to do. I mean just show that tape and then tell me like the more chances they get like that is Eze gonna not put a little bit more spin on that and hit it a little bit wide and the goalkeeper never sees it until it's too late. You know what I mean? Is Gyökeres gonna put a better header on there? All those just. There's lots of different things that I saw in that first 35 minutes, and I'm like, I want to do. Let's keep doing that. When I see something, it's like when we played City 2 or 3 years ago, and we had Pep screaming because he couldn't understand what was going on. I was like, give me that again. We've seen it now. It's you've got the blueprint. Now you just need to improve on it. And if Saka continues to get a little bit healthier and healthier, I mean, we saw how those three players work together so well. It's for me. When you've got like a Timber and you got a Saka on one side of the pitch and we're still going, they need a partner on the other side, You need a partner on the other side. If you got Timber, we don't have the Timber, left right side player that kind of complement, like at that level. If you can find a Timber for that price, you can find somebody on the right side that's similar, Same Saka. I don't want a Saka, but you give me somebody who's 70-80% of Saka, we're fine. All right, you're not going to always get the same play on both sides, but I think for the price that you paid for Timber, you can tell me you can find quality on that side as well, and then you're not using like Calafiori going. I don't even know if he's good going forward because I don't think I haven't seen anything from that anymore that makes me think him bombing up the pitch is helping us attack wise. He had a couple strikes. But like lately, I don't know if I'm seeing like what's the benefit. He's like for me no different than Zinchenko. Supposedly Zinchenko is going to help us in our attack, and I'm like I don't see it. Not enough to say it's working. So tell me. Sorry, I didn't mean to take your see. I didn't mean to jump in there, but I went rambling.
No, all I actually wanted to say was, okay, we sell bloody Havertz and Odegaard. Do you really think we're going to get more than 50 mil for both of them combined at this point in time with the amount of injuries that they both have? And I'm calling it now. We won't get any proper left wing. Do you know who we're going to get? I'm calling it free contract June 2026. Serge Gnabry, the coming home.
Serge? How old is Serge right now?
Oh, jeez.
He's pushing 30.
Classic.
Yeah, he's
30.
pushing-
That's classic.
yeah, he's 30.
I mean,
That's not 30.
free transfer. He's on 200 and something K a week. Use that free transfer to his salary. That's Arteta's guy.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't think he fits Arteta's profile. With a different manager, I could see it. Yeah.
Karen, does Eze fit Arteta's profile? No.
Nope.
Yeah, great point. That's a great point. That's a fair challenge. Yeah. He doesn't fit his profile. That's why he's been on the bench for our 2 biggest games of the season so far.
Correct.
Facts.
But yeah, it would be a great story. And this club loves some PR. They're coming home.
No,
I mean,
we don't need that bullshit. Let him stay in Germany. We don't need that bullshit.
look at the coming home story for Eze. So can you imagine Serge coming home?
Eze's in his prime though.
Mm-hmm.
I think Serge is just a bit past it. Still a good player though, but he's on 200.
200. Last time I checked,
it's like 250,000 euros a week.
Yeah. So which is basically like 200,000 pounds, roughly, give or take.
Not at 31, 32 years old, you're not getting that money.
Yeah.
Especially not.
And he's not really getting any game time anyway. So come on now. And it wouldn't be past Arteta to go spend 30 mil in January for me though.
Yeah.
I hear it. But gentlemen, for tomorrow's game, I went 3-1. I don't know what you man saying. I think we win this 3-1. What you man thinking? You think 2 backs of 5 tomorrow, or you think West Ham will try to play some football with us?
I call 3-1.
Yeah.
Why do you think we're going to concede?
I think we concede first.
I don't need that stress.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't need that stress.
know.
No. At some point, like I said, we got to come out and take the lead, go into the locker room with a lead, and then they might get one back. I mean, no. I don't want any more of that stress.
No, Picker, we've always played terrible at home compared to when we play away. So, which is why I think first 10 minutes we're going to concede it, and then it'll be from there.
Yeah.
So the reason why I think we concede is I think Bowen will get some change out of Calafiori at the left back.
Yep.
I really do. That kid, we've played 6 games, gentlemen, and he's already on 3 yellows. He's on two yellows from a 1-match ban. Yeah, so that's like one. So when you're getting a yellow card every other game, it tells me that you're either being caught out of position or your tackles are late. Where you get caught out of position, where you have to pull man shirts back in that. So yeah, Bowen diagonal switch from that left back from Juve. He's clean through because that kid, he does not. His positional awareness is on the floor. If that comes when we're 3-0 up, I can maybe live. But if they score first and go into 2 banks of 5, Suge, I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why we need to take a lead, because once we take a lead, if they even open up a little bit, Eze and Saka will punish them. You know what I mean? I mean, we have to. I would like to see. Let's just test that out. Test out that theory. What happens if we take a lead? What are they going to do? In a step back, they know now we can break down a low block now if we need to. We got guys that can do that. You know, if Erdogan and Eze coming up from different sides of the pitch can sprinkle things around. You know, that's why I think we need to start fast.
Yep.
I don't want to jump in before Gianni gives his thoughts, but I think if we go 1 up early, Arteta will just go out for the defending.
What do you think, Gianni?
I honestly would like him to get a little experimental in this game because we know West Ham's going to play defensive. I'd like to see Rice play the 6, give Zubamendi a break if we have to start Rice, and put Wanyeri and what's his name? Dauman. I'd like to see Dauman at the 10. Me personally, I'd like to see us change the formation and not play the same thing. I'd like to see a 4-4-2 diamond midfield. And I honestly would like to see Saka be deployed as a secondary striker with Gyökeres to try to unlock Gyökeres. I don't like the fact that he's making Gyökeres play very similar to Kai Havertz, and he's not getting much use at all because he's not a false 9. He's a pure striker. We're not taking advantage of anything this guy does. I mean, when Moreno was filling in for Odegaard, he did the exact same thing. How many times did we see Gyökeres playing on the shoulder of the defender with open space, and there's no through balls to let it be a sprint between Gyökeres and the defender to at least let him to try to play his game? We haven't even allowed this guy to play his best brand. So I'd like to see a formation change, to be quite honest with you, but we all know Arteta's too hard-headed to think that way.
So this is the lineup that Footmap has projected to start tomorrow. A midfield of Odegaard, Zubamendi, and Deckers, Gyökeres, Saka, and Eze. I think this is enough to beat. But do we think is there still something there from the Declan Rice hangover with this former team, or is it blown over to the point where whenever he touches the ball they're going to boo him and shit like that because it's his former club? Has that passed, or is that still something still there?
I think they'll always be there.
Always be there. Even though he captained them ungrateful bastard to a European trophy because he didn't even celebrate. Because that goal that he scored at West Ham when we beat him 6-0 was worthy of a celebration when he banged it in from 30 yards, and he stood there and like, hey, like, are there men really thinking that they could keep on to a talent like that? Like, what are we doing? But yeah, I think we win tomorrow 3-1. Gary, what you saying? What you think? You think we do a 3-1 or a 2-0?
No, 3-0 for me. I don't want. No, they get no. At some point, we're gonna have to show up at home. At some point, we don't give up more than I saw some people talking about Arsenal losing 3-2, and I'm like, we don't give up 2 goals. It's really hard to get 2 goals on us. It's hard, So we shut them down, put too much pressure on them. They have to go back into their hole and hold it down until they can get a break. And then 3-0 for me. I'll say 3-0 in these types of games because that's what we need. We should be able to do that easily, But once we get into, once we're not there yet, but that's what our scoreline should read when we play a team like a West Ham. It should be 3-0 easy because we got the talent, and if it doesn't work, and we go to the bench, we know we got, as Mr. Arteta says, closers, right? That will come in and put something, change the script a little bit. I know he likes that, but he shouldn't depend on that, right? At some point, we need to go into halftime with a lead. That's the new script, right? For me, I'll keep saying it, I'll keep repeating the same stuff, but that's what we need to see as well because we do have the players to do it. And don't wait for them to settle down. Come at them hard early, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, 3-0 for me is what I'm going. Like you said, last time we played them, what was it? 6? Was it 6-0? We played them.
Last time we played them was 1-0 to them.
We had them emptying out their stadium with 20-30 minutes to go because it was 5-0 at that point. It's like game is done. That's what it needs to feel like. Their fans their fans need to be leaving early. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for it. Yeah, we can't lose this game. Liverpool play. They need to walk out during their game at Stamford Bridge, knowing that they're behind us. We can't let them. And no, this would be a massive letdown if we have a team that's 19th. They're not. I know they have Nuno and they're expecting a new manager bounce for, but you'll get your new manager bounce next week or after the international break, after you've had some time with Nuno and all that. But yeah, not tomorrow.
What time is the Chelsea Liverpool kickoff?
5:30 UK time.
So just after our differences, right after us, yeah.
Right after us, yeah. Right after us. Like the assembled, this won't happen. This will never happen tomorrow. I can bet money that Ethan will. We should be happy if he's in the squad.
I think he's going to get sold.
Yeah,
we were talking about it on Aaron's channel. I think he's going to be a sacrificial lamb that gets sold, to be quite honest with you. If by some way Mikel stays past this season, I think he'll end up forcing to get Wanyeri out.
Mm-hmm. Would you all start Gabriel tomorrow, or would you say he's got a knock?
Knock. I wouldn't start him or Rice, to be honest with you. I would give them both a break.
Yeah.
It's all about the marathon. It's not about the sprint.
Yeah. Because Brazil, the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, Brazil already qualified for the World Cup. I think they've already qualified. They've already have enough points to have qualified. So there's no reason for him to go there and play and pick up a knock. They've already qualified, and he's going to get a call up. So yeah,
are you sure they've qualified?
I think Colombia, Ecuador, and I want to say Brazil is on the list. I'm not sure. There's quite. I was looking at the list. Yeah, I think Argentina's qualified. Yeah, so I got the list here. It's Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Uruguay.
Okay.
Along with the host, a couple of Asian federation teams.
Right.
Yeah. So shit house this. Don't send them. That's our golden child, the anchor of our back line. There's no need for him to go play no meaningless games for Carlo. Come on,
we should be monitoring him though.
Who's that? Carlo?
Ancelotti. We should be monitoring him. I'd throw 15 million at him and sack Arteta in a heartbeat if he doesn't stay with Brazil.
I mean, he accepted $8. I think he was on €8 million at Madrid. I think you give him £10 million, he comes.
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely comes. He went to Everton.
He took £8 million at Everton.
Yeah. He went there and gave him PSR issues, had that man overpaying for James Rodriguez and Allen and them, man, and left him as soon as the phone didn't even ring twice. As soon as the phone rang, he answered it for Real Madrid and left that man in the dust. So yeah, if he goes to Everton, he will come to us, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paraguay qualify as well. Yeah, Dr. Seymour Butts with the So yeah, there's no reason for Gabriel to go there, man.
No.
We keep
But
him.
is I know Berto would do it. Would Arteta be okay? Sitting Gabriel and making sure he doesn't have to leave. That's what you're talking about, right?
Mhm.
He doesn't play, so he doesn't have to go.
Yeah.
He needs to recover from his knock, right?
Yeah, because as I look at
Yeah.
go on.
Nick, I was going to say, I saw an Aaron stream earlier today. I think Arteta will send his players for the international games because that will inflate his ego in that, look, my players are on international duty. So imagine all of these players on international duty. It will only make Arteta look even better, like, this is what I did.
Yeah, and he's all about that. He likes to look good in it. But he
Yeah.
likes to look like the man. That's his thing. But at what cost? At the cost of a Premier League title? You think
At the end of the day,
you think he's that far into himself that he would do that and risk?
I mean, if he wasn't that far up himself, we would have got a title already.
God damn, Suze, you're making it difficult for me to argue with you tonight, man. I can't argue against that for real. Yeah.
I mean,
Because I've seen him make some decisions. Like the decision to force Havertz back into the midfield in that Villa game still haunts me to this day.
I mean,
while we had a fully fit Thomas Partey on the bench, every time I think about it, I get angry all over again.
Because you want to Partey at right back.
Yeah, we win that game, we win the league because the running for that game was mad. Everyone thought we were going to lose at United, lose at Tottenham. We won those games, but if we went to Old Trafford and lost, or went to one of our, but we won those games and lost to Villa. Oh my God, man! Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm even calling once Havertz gets fit, it's gonna be Marina out in the midfield and Havertz in the A. Next to Odegaard.
In the FA Cup games, like we draw Coventry and shit. You don't mean in the Prem though, right?
No, I can see us playing against Chelsea or Liverpool at home with midfield over Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard.
I don't want. Do we want to see that?
No.
We don't want to see that.
I don't think
Not
I
to
want
start
to see
games.
that.
Maybe to see out a game, but not to start games. No.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't trust him to see out a game.
Correct. If he's coming in the 95th minute, we're leading 6-0. Bring on Havertz. That's it.
That's kind of what I meant. That's kind of what I meant. But because if we start Eze and the big boys and the creative players, I think we can score 2-3 goals against most teams. Because most teams don't have a defense like ours that don't concede 2 goals.
Easy.
So yeah, if you're up 2-3-0, yeah. In the 90-something minute, yeah, you bring on the horses and the fridges or the bricks or whatever they are, and you see out the game. Preferably more goals, and you can rotate guys earlier. You keep them fresh for the title run-in, because it seems that we have kind of weathered the injury crisis, if you will, because there is really only 4 players out right now. It's Nani, Kai.
Darren speaking in existence.
Do not tempt the football gods. They do not like us. You know this. You know what? Everything is fine. We are handling things. We're not even going to. Don't even. They'll find a new way. You know that. They'll find a new way. I know. I don't believe in gods, but I believe football gods will find a way to punish us if we even act like. You know what? No. Don't even say it. No.
I mean, okay, but
I believe we've always had the players, and now we definitely have the players. Arteta just has to play some of them. Like, we need to know that Nweri and Skelly that Arteta has confidence in them, because those are some answers. Like, when he looks to the bench, he should be able to look at Skelly and he should look at Nweri and say, yes, those are my answers to either start or definitely come on right now I don't feel like he's got that confidence in the way that he's treating them right now. Even though when Weary played all last season, but like right now, I'm like, he should be playing a lot more minutes, I believe, than he has. I know it's early in the season and stuff like that, but I feel like I think he's shown enough to you, Arteta, that Skelly should be getting more minutes. And
Yeah,
if he's not playing on the wide part, and as a fullback, and give him the midfield touch minutes as well, right? I mean, we as Moreno, like, I don't know, Moreno should be just pushed up further up the pitch for later in the game, right? And and then let Skelly go in there and play, because I know defensively it's going to be solid and we're confident in him there, right? So then what's the problem? What's the problem with putting Skelly in there and have him next to Zubimendi? If you're going to put I want Erdegaard to just distribute and like go back to those days when we're talking about him being one of the number one creators in Europe, right? And let him have to press and then support that attack, right? As opposed to having him to come back and support, our defense was what he does. He plays a little too deep. I know, like, I want him up there punishing people, and that's what punishing. I need him to get back to when he's scoring 15 goals and he's a threat. And now he's looking around. He doesn't even have to shoot. He doesn't have to shoot, but he can. And then he looks to the left, to the right, to the middle, and he's got answers there. That's what's that's what's happening right now. We got the answers right now. So let's test it out and see. So, like I said, I just think that Nweri and Skelly, I think, also need to be part of this. We need to be like looking at the minutes come January, and they're like not. They're up there with everybody else in terms of minutes played. Maybe a little less, but not where they are now, where they haven't even like. Nweri hasn't started a game, and Skelly hasn't started a game, and I think in the Premier League, I think they can.
Yeah, this midfield board 10 just sounds stinky. I'm not gonna lie. Go on, Suge.
Wait, can you see a road where MLS starts the 6 to give Rice a break and have MLS in the 6?
He won't do that.
He won't do it.
He won't do that, but
He won't do that. Absolutely won't do that. I think he sees Skelly as an inverted left back or a left-sided 8. Anyone he's rotated in the 6 is going to be Zubimendi and Rice.
And Norgard.
Yeah, Norgard. I don't even know what to say about him. Because I would think, okay, cup rotation, but now we've drawn Brighton in that for the next game.
Yep.
So you can't fuck about. You have to play a Premier League side with a Premier League side, because Brighton will field. They will field their big guns, because they want this. They know they have no hopes at the Premier League. They would like nothing more than to knock us out, because they could get Cardiff or Wrexham in the next round. They will beat them, and then bam, they're in the semis.
Yep.
So we can't. So we have to.
I know Arteta slips up on these, playing these Premier League teams in the cups. We've seen it time and time again. Like Liverpool goes to the youngsters, and we still can't get. No more of that. We've got too many. Like I said, we've got too many answers not to be able to get through cups now, right? Even if we went to the bench, not that we need to, but at some point he's going to say, "Look, don't come play. We're not coming to play. We're coming to roll through this thing, get out of here." So yeah. Brighton, you get some of this as well. That's how this thing should play out for me.
But yeah, man, we all predicted wins tomorrow for the Arsenal. It's kind of like, we should do our business and go top of the table, and then look across the spectrum and see what Liverpool. Do we think Chelsea can do us a solid tomorrow?
I think so.
Think they can get a draw, or you think they can pick up all 3?
No, I think Chelsea might actually get all 3.
Is it at Stamford Bridge, or is it at?
At Stamford Bridge.
Maybe they look. My worry with Chelsea is that center back pairing is absolute ass.
Yep.
And it's even worse now that Colwell is hurt. That Colwell's been hurt, because that Tosin, I don't know where the hell they found him at. I know he came out of City.
He got it from Fulham, didn't they? I think he was a Fulham.
Did they get him from Fulham, or was he out of City?
Tosin Adebayor?
Is he from Fulham?
Yeah, I think they got him on a free for Fulham. So he was 28 years old on a free of Fulham. Should tell you all you need.
Yeah,
I don't think Tosin is playing. He's got a calf injury, according to So like
well, then it's
they're even worse. I mean, both Colwell and Tosin are out. So
I
you know,
I just realized Cole Palmer is out as well, right? So that's it's Liverpool.
oh yeah, yeah.
Cole Palmer FC, yeah. But we talk about Chelsea's defense. Liverpool have only conceded one less goal. Another reason why I'm annoyed, because the only two teams that Liverpool have kept clean sheets against this season has been us and Burnley. The only two teams who deliberately not attack them. They've conceded in every other game. So I think Chelsea will score. I actually think Chelsea will get something out of them. I think Neto will cook whoever they got playing at right back. Kirkes hasn't been great either.
Nope.
Because in this game tomorrow, gentlemen, we will have the 4 record Premier League signings between Isak, Verts, Caicedo, and Enzo. That's almost 500 million pounds of signings. You know, there's some big boy stuff.
He should drop Verts.
I think he will drop Verts tomorrow.
Either drop Verts or move Verts to the left wing and see what Gakpo can do as the number 10. To be honest with you, I think he needs to switch. I think he needs to switch Verts. Verts looks lost in that middle.
For my fantasy Premier League team, I hope Gakpo does nothing, but I took him out. So Gakpo better not do anything.
Do we think Isak will flop or will he go into it?
No,
you look at the Chelsea defense. If he can rough up and scare our defense a little bit, what do you think he's going to be doing? Like looking at Chelsea's back line.
Mm-hmm.
No, think about it. I mean, he did that to our back line, and we got monsters there.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at Badia Shields. I don't even know how you say his name.
Badia
Chile and Akapong, and he's going, yeah. I just get me the ball. Just put the ball in the air to me. I'll put it down, and we'll figure this thing out. I mean, come on. Like I always look at Chelsea's defense, Chelsea as a whole, and go, you know what? Until they fix the defense, it won't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But Harry,
now they got injuries, so it's even worse now. So now they're light as it is.
Did he rough up the Galatasaray back line?
He's gonna have a coming out party, right?
Yeah, but you know who's in. I brought up them for. You know who's the starting center back, starting right center back for Galatasaray. That was Sanchez from Tottenham from 3 years ago, and that was always on his ass.
Yep.
Kept a clean sheet against Isak. So it's because I asked the Liverpool fans earlier in the season, like, do you think Slot is tinkering with the team too much? Like, did he? Because it was just bye, and all of a sudden they don't. Because I've said this, and they came after me when I said Liverpool hasn't given me a convincing win this year. It wasn't a dig. I'm saying that I look at all 6 or 7 of your games, and they've been close games, late minute winners. Even your 4-2 at home, it was an 88th, 89th minute goal from Chiesa or someone, and then they all have been close games. So it finally caught up to you against Palace and Gala, and I think Chelsea have more attacking talent than Gala. And it's at Stamford Bridge. I think Pedro Neto has a moment of brilliance in him. I think the midfield of Caicedo, Enzo, and Lavia will match up well against McAllister, who's out of form. Verts, who is out of form, if he will even play. Sabazla, who's out of position because he has to go to right back and cover for Frimpong, who hasn't hit the ground running. Ekitike is injured. I'm hearing he's back now, but I'm not sure. Marmadashvili is a good keeper, but he is not Alisson.
No.
So as Cole Palmer, Alisson is as big a miss for them as Cole Palmer is for Chelsea.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't for Alisson, 4-0 down, the football world is looking at Liverpool like, you men are suspect. And that's what he saved them from on Saturday. Because they literally could have, it was clear one-on-ones.
Mm-hmm.
So you imagine you flip open your phone Saturday and you look and you see Liverpool 4-0 down. You're like, okay, these men are serious, then they can be got at. And Alisson prevented that. That's probably why he hurt himself. He broke his back carrying Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I honestly, unpopular decision, because I know he gets a lot of people diss him. I think the biggest problem in Liverpool is the fact that Szoboszlai is getting moved to the right back and not playing the number 10 anymore. Everyone tried to, Szoboszlai is shit. He's a number 10. He should be scoring this and doing all this. The problem is he's a hard-working number 10 because he was never a number 10 at Leipzig. The way Leipzig played, with that 4-4, with their version of 4-4-2, that 4-2-2-2. He was able to float and do whatever he wanted, but also pressed. And I think that's what they're missing. Wirtz doesn't press at all. He's not a guy that presses. Anybody who thinks he presses never watched him at Leverkusen. He's either a false 9, secondary striker in that 10 position, or he's a left winger. Defense is not a part of his repertoire. And I think that's part of the problem with Liverpool, to why Gravenberch is playing it out of his mind right now to cover all the ground, because I think Szoboszlai's not there to help press.
Yeah.
I guess the other question is, are we seeing a similar Arteta kind of phenomenon going on? You come in, you use the players that you got, you get the most out of them, you win a trophy, and now it's time for you to start and build your own squad with the same players, and you're going to do something totally different. I mean, I heard people talking about Salah having to work a little bit harder than he had to the previous year, because when he came in, he didn't want to ruffle any feathers and made things a little bit easier for Salah. And now maybe he's asking him to do a little bit too much, and that's why we're seeing him struggle, because he's got a little bit more responsibilities. Because, I mean, we all looked at the Liverpool side and said, there's not really, well, if they can just improve some of the pieces, they'll be fine. But they've improved some of the pieces, and they've gotten worse. That can't how because it wasn't as if like you're saying. I mean, you look at the players they let go. I mean, they let go for a particular reason. They bring in better players, and they're worse now. So, like, is he actually got his hands a little too dirty? You know, is he doing a little bit too much? You know what I mean? Because we always knew Konate was going to be I think that was that was probably the one kind of, I would say, like, if you had a weak link, he was the guy. Now he seems even worse now. All right. 1 minute he's going to he's going to go to Real Madrid and wherever he's going to go, and now look at the way he's playing. Like, is his head turned? Is this one of those moments where his head's turned and he's already looking out the door for the next gig? But like I said, I think he may have changed some things, changed it a little too much. And now we're seeing this is the style of football that he wants, and it doesn't work with the players he's got, and it's going to take them a little bit of time to figure that out. Because like you said, they spent a lot of money to look at what I mean. Think about it. We're getting more out of all of our players right now. So Norgard we haven't seen him enough, but everybody else has contributed that we brought in, right? I mean, Kepa's not going to get much of a chance, but everybody. You got 6 players that have all contributed. Right, some of them have even had to start for us in place of our stars, and we haven't missed a beat. Right, that's talent. That's talent ID, and actually getting it to work within our, the system that we got. I mean, their system should have worked with what they were bringing in, but it's like, I don't understand all of that stuff, but I'm just this is what I see.
Yeah.
The
thing is, Boateng, is he another Havertz? That Havertz is not. We have many other examples of German players coming from that German league, and we could do Nkunku, we could do Werner, we could do. There's quite a few of them that come from that German league, but there's a couple of them that banged, because Gundogan came from the German league in the midfield, and he banged in the Premier. I mean, even Ekitike,
Oba,
yeah, and he the ground running. So it's. Some of it is Premier League tax, but some of it is him. His verse, brother, you do not have that extra second that you get in the Bundesliga. Like, I seen him in the Merseyside derby, he holds on to the ball for this an extra second, and Tarkowski comes and clean him out. In Germany, that's a goal for him. So I think he really.
I was going to say, is it a Dortmund thing? But then I just realized Gitten came from Dortmund, right? And or is it Dortmund Chelsea? Is that the problem? Because Dortmund seem to be okay when you bring a player in from Dortmund. Is it a Dortmund Chelsea kind of like that's kind of like you mix the two things and just blew up as opposed to like working? Because I mean, like you said, Aubameyang. You look at all the players from Dortmund that have come over and went to some bigger squads. They all seem to be doing all right, but that one has not worked. So it definitely is the for all that Liverpool needed to do, I think if they spent less, they probably would have got more. Right? If they get Gahey, right, they wouldn't have these problems on the back line. That would have cost them half what they spent on these attackers that they brought on. So I don't
think they should have sold Kwanzaa, to be honest with you. I thought they should have kept him for depth.
Yeah.
I get it that they sold him because I believe he's a youth academy player and they needed the max money to go and be able to spend the amount of money that they did. But I didn't understand why they got rid of him. I mean, if you're trying to run it back, right? If you're trying to run it back and win the Premier League again, wouldn't you want a full rotation of 4 for center backs? I mean, Kwanzaa and Joe Gomez they're not top. They're not going to be the guys that win you a Premier League outright as the starting center back pairing, but fill-ins. I mean, Gomez has already proven to do that. He's done it twice. He did it with Klopp's team and he did it last year. So I just think that they've made some wrong decisions on who they let go of as far as the youth academy. Same thing can be said. I haven't seen him much at Villa, but there was no reason for them to let Harvey Elliott go on alone. Harvey Elliott would be perfect to kick Verts up in the backside, but it's also what you said, Taryn. He doesn't have space anymore. That's why I think he should go out to the left wing if you're going to try to get Verts going. Get his confidence up on the left wing where he's going to have some space to be able to start doing his thing and let him drift centrally because that's what he did at Leverkusen out on the left. I mean, the game that we had against him, he basically was the 12th man for us.
Yep, he was man for us.
All the balls that he let go of and the possession that was let go of in the middle playing against us, he was basically the 12th man for Arsenal that game.
Yep. Yeah, the thing is, right, if Chelsea keep 11 men on the pitch tomorrow, I think they have a chance to get something.
Yeah.
You know, but if Cucurella decided he wants to do a Cucurella and just get a rush of emotion to the head and do something crazy and get himself sent off, that would be there's 4 matches in a row that but I don't know. I think they can get something. They need to get something because
they need to get
they lose. Yeah, they only have 8 points. Like, yeah, Chelsea, like there's gonna be pressure there. And I actually heard Peter Schmeichel say this out loud in his pre-match conference in the Champions League this week. He said if Enzo Maresca lost that game versus whoever against Benfica, he would be under pressure to lose his job. He said that out loud, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, because if that happens, that would be another manager who's won 2 trophies that's sacked before Arteta. So I had to sit back and think, like, is this how much ownership values high place finishes over trophies? Because if that's the case, we are in deep shit.
I think that's the board, man. I think that's the board does that. Taryn, you know, because I'm a Napoli fan. I can't. I physically when I hear Premier League fans start bitching about it's the owners, bro. The owners dropped over £1 billion, and if we include the amount of money that's been dropped during the Unai Emery period, we're talking nearing close 1.2 billion pounds. I'm not hearing nothing of the sort with that. That's the board. That's the whole reason why I think what's his name, Tim Lewis just left. Other guys from the board are leaving as well now because they're going in a different direction. I mean, we're here in America. We've seen what the Cronkies have done. They bought the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets wrote out George Karl. As soon as George Karl's time was done, they retooled. They happened to get lucky and get Jokic, and now they've won a title. The same thing happened with the Colorado Avalanche. They were dead last. They let the team get down. They rebuilt the whole thing, and then they built the Avalanche up to the team now that's constantly threatening for a Stanley Cup and won a title. And we saw the same thing. They bankrupted the Rams to get them out of St. Louis, brought them to L.A., turned everything around in a year and a half, and they're a perennial Super Bowl contender every other year. So I think for me, the bigger problem with Arsenal was the board. I think the board was doing things with Edu and Arteta to holding the club back. Because again, man, 1.2 billion. I mean, you just got to be an idiot to not know how to win with that amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think what did Liverpool spend during Klopp's period? Maybe 400?
Yeah. It was nowhere near this.
Well,
Exactly.
it's a different time, though, right? I mean, because you see with the players they brought in, right? I mean, that front line that they had, I mean, you can't get that now for less than, what seems like 200 to 300 mil right now, just to get that quality playing. I mean, I think these, some of these really good managers came in and, they were playing in the right time. Now it costs a lot more money. The prices has gone up, and that's. There's other people to blame for that, of course, but I think it's costs a lot more to do the same business, or because if you look at your Brightons and stuff, they always seem to be able to turn a player around. They just haven't. They don't. Their model is to sell. If they hold on to some of their players, same thing with Wolves. If Wolves hold on to their players, Bournemouth just let go. What they just said, they let go their whole back line, and look at them. Look what they're doing. They just sold their whole back line for like 160 mil, I think is the number, and look how they're playing still. So there's a combination of the money, but there's also like if you can't get them to play better, like Bournemouth, they're churning players out right now, right?
Yep.
But they just sold all those players. Like basically, they sold. If we sold our back line, it would be like double what they just sold theirs for, and I don't think we'll replace it the way they did, where they're not missing a beat, right? I mean, I know our players are better, but they're sitting second in the league right now, and they've played some really good football this season, right? I mean, they played some really good football this season. So I don't know. I think I went off on a tangent there, but I was just gonna say, I wonder what the odds are that Chile gets a red, because it looks like Chelsea likes to get their players red. He's like the next one on the list, I think. He's probably the odds of him getting a red are really high.
If anyone gets a red tomorrow, I'm putting it on Kuchera, because he gets away with a lot during games, man. He's
a dirty player.
Yeah, he does.
He's a dirty
shit. Yeah, BX Gunner said was worse a club signing or a slot signing. I agree with Loudmouth Football. I think it was a slot signing.
It's a slot signing.
Yeah. I think he spoke this. I think he said it himself in his interview when he unveiled this. Once he's, Slot said, "I want this guy." I don't know if that's a underbelly ego thing with Slot. Was like, I don't want anyone to say I won the league with Klopp's team, so I'm going to go out and get these big names that's going to help me retain the title. But if it doesn't work, he would have to answer for that. Nah, no worries, Suge, man. It's all good. The link is still there if you want to hop back on. But yeah, I really think if Chelsea keep 11 men on the pitch, if they can maintain their discipline, they can get something out of this, because I think they will score. And there's not one person at Liverpool, not named Ekitike, who's firing right now. People are going after Gyökeres because he hasn't scored in 5 games. There's 5 games he hasn't scored, but guess what? He has more goals than Salah.
Keep a watch for Chiesa. Chiesa just got put back into the Champions League squad because of injury, and he's got a point to prove. So I'd be interested to see what Chiesa does.
You think he'll be able to hold up? Because I mean, it's not a problem.
That's the only question. His talent is there.
See, the thing is that I think if you don't watch the Serie A, I think his injuries has been a little bit too overstated, because when he was at Juventus, Allegri had him playing left wing back. He wasn't playing in his position. Allegri, for some reason, thought that Chiesa could go from being the hottest talent in the world off the back of the European Championship when Italy won as a floating number 10 or a winger under Roberto Mancini to being pushed out to a left wing back. I mean, the first season when Juventus got him from Fiorentina, when he was playing as the secondary striker to Vlahovic, he looked a lot better in it going forward. But when he was being used as a wing back, I thought he got too many miles put him on that. I think him playing in a proper position helps him out 10 times, because it doesn't look like the speed's been lost. Even with the injuries, he still has the pace, which is majority around his game is involved with pace. So I'm just interested to see what he ends up doing, because I think Chiesa could maybe do something and have a purple patch to get them through.
Yeah. Dara said Chiesa is not fitting. I think he will play tomorrow. He played against Palace. I don't think he's injured. I think he does. I don't think he starts.
And he's fighting for a spot for the Italian national team, so he has the motivation.
Yeah. I think he will. See, the thing with Chiesa, right? I see a lot of Liverpool fans calling for him to start. What does Chiesa have to do to get a start? And it sounds so familiar to Trossard. Trossard would come off the bench and score. What does he have to do to get a start? Then they start him, and he's not as good. So maybe that's.
I think Arteta killed him, because when he was starting for us, right? And then Jesus comes back, and you're like, well, we don't need to change anything. We're fine. I mean, he had 7 goals in 10 games or something like that, and then Jesus comes back and like killed whatever momentum he had, and you're like, and that killed our run.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what cost us the title that year.
Yeah.
That's what cost us the title. But that goes back again. It goes back to the manager. Everybody we have listed as a left winger isn't even a left winger. Eze's not a left winger. Trossard's not a left winger. Martinelli's not a left winger. We're trying to put square pegs in round holes in this situation. Like that.
Yep.
That's why I was alluding to when I was saying change the formation. Even a 4-4-2, a 4-4-2, whether it's a straight 4-4-2 or a diamond midfield 4-4-2. Put Trossard. You could put Trossard or Saka as a secondary striker alongside with Gyökeres to try to unlock him and at least get some link-up play. I mean, there's other things that we can do than just the continual same old thing. I mean, we've seen it. Eze playing in the middle compared to what Eze was. I mean, granted, he had a good showing for 10 minutes against Liverpool as the left wing, but when he started and he got stuck as the touchline winger, Eze was not relevant at all. So I think this team calls for a formation change at the very least. At the very least, we need a formation change.
Or just play the best players in their positions that we know of right now.
Yeah.
Right. We know, right now we know if we play Eze in that midfield, we're fine. All right. We know that. And then if it's Martinelli starting or Trossard, then we have to deal with that for now. But it sounds like, you know what? Saka can play on either side right now. And whatever makes it easy for you. Like, that's one of the things I said about Saka. Just he'll be fine wherever you put him. You put him in the midfield, he'll be fine. You put him on the front line, he'll be fine because he's a footballer. Eze will be fine. He would have figured out, I think, the wings if we played him there more. But like what I just saw, I don't think we need to figure out whether he can play wing anymore. Let's just play where it makes sense right now. And if that means Erdogan or him have to sit, I guess you have to do that until you get comfortable with it. But I think Arteta will help in the big games. Eze has, like I keep saying, Eze has to start for us. Like he gets Saka treatment. I'll say it. If he's healthy, he plays.
Yeah.
Find out where you want to put him, but he plays. Like if Erdogan is healthy and he has to play, then all right, Eze gets the same treatment. If he's your most expensive signing, so that whole thing about Havertz coming in and being your most expensive signing, you got to play him. Well, you know what? You got to play him.
Yep.
That's your motto.
Yeah, he must play. But yeah, I do expect us to handle our business tomorrow and get some popcorn and look at the blockbuster fixture between them two. But there are other games tomorrow, gentlemen. Like we talk about Arsenal a lot and it can be depressing, but there are other games tomorrow. And this morning, on this morning warm-up show, man, I took some punches to the face because I actually predicted Man United to win tomorrow. Am I crazy? Am I a prick, fam? Surely these men beat Sunderland at home, no? Surely.
Oof. I don't know, man.
Surely. Come on, man. Surely. Help me out here, because you man sound like the chat this morning. Like, there's too much hesitation there. It's Sunderland.
Yeah, but it's also Amarin.
No,
It's also Amarin.
You're just looking at the name of you're looking at the shield on the front of the shirt, but what's behind it is not the same. Sunderland is actually they're looking at everybody as a target right now.
Yeah.
Like if I can steal some points from somebody, I'm doing it. Like I'm leaving with something, right? Sunderland's like I'm leaving with something. They've been doing that all season, right? And who's an easier team to do that against than Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my days, brother.
Right? They could go there and steal a point at least.
Yeah.
They should storm the pitch. They should storm the pitch. If they lose or drop points against Sunderland, I would not begrudge any United fan who stormed the pitch.
Yeah.
Brother, like surely enough, right?
Because Amarin shouldn't be there. Amarin shouldn't even be there anymore. Well, let's be honest here. I don't understand why this guy was even able to hold. There was a thing, I'd have to find it. Through 31 games, he's got more losses at United than Gary Neville had at Valencia. That's how bad this dude is. And he's never won back-to-back games for United. So he's bad, man. I don't know. I wouldn't BX just said I wouldn't be surprised if Xhaka smoked some 30-yard shot into the back of the net against United for old time's sake.
But they can't blame they couldn't blame this one on Onana if they shit the bed against Sunderland at home. But
no,
I don't know, man. I know they've been shit and that they are down there in the table, but we don't expect them to play 38 games of absolute draws, right? They're gonna have some performance. You be like, oh shit, didn't see where did that come from? And surely,
as long as Amarin's there, I'm not believing in anything with them, man. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He does not know what the hell he's doing. He's worse. Do you remember when Maurizio Sarri came to the league when he took over Chelsea after Conte?
Yeah, in 2018. Yeah.
Remember how hard-headed Sarri was? The first Chelsea stayed with, that was the year that City and Liverpool ran. I think that was the 99-98 point season.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea through like the first, I think 17 or 18 games was undefeated and was keeping up. And then they just got smoked in the wintertime because everyone started figuring out how to attack Jorginho and affect Sarri's play. And Sarri was being hard-headed and would not change. And he eventually did, got them back to third place and won the Europa League. Amorim's even more stubborn than him. He won't change anything about it. I just don't get it with him. It's clearly not working. What the hell else do you need to wake up and see?
Yeah, but Sarri came from Juventus, yeah?
No, he came from Napoli.
Napoli, but did they win the Coppa Italia that year?
No. We won the Coppa Italia 2 years after under Gattuso when Ancelotti got sacked.
Oh, okay. But I'm thinking like Sarri has a CV, right? He has a body of work where he can beat stuff. This guy, he is.
They've held. Just think about it. They've only held one team. They've held one team to one goal this season. Everybody else has got two or more.
Yeah.
And the only time the reason why they only gave up one goal is because they were playing a man down. No.
Yeah.
They were playing a man down against Chelsea. That's the only reason why they didn't score 2 goals on them. Think about it. And Sunderland's defense is way better than Manchester United's.
Yep.
The way they're playing right now.
Yep.
I mean,
so it's a case of hello Oliver Glasner because he's sacked after this weekend. Then he can't survive this.
I wonder if they're going to take it all the way till Christmas time. If they're going to be cheap. Because you keep seeing these stories that United's got no money. Ineos spent a bunch of their money. They may not have any money to do anything. You never know with this, man. I just find it hilarious that all these Premier League teams are saying they have no money when there is all the other leagues are fighting over pittance.
Yeah.
While these guys have got billions upon billions and they're claiming they're broke. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Because after the international break, they go to Anfield. With that, if they can't beat Sunderland at home, and they go to Anfield,
that might be another 7-0 game or whatever.
Yeah, it could be long. So do they want to risk that? Because then it would be right the season off. Because as it stands, their next meaningful Premier League game is in January in the FA Cup. I mean, their next meaningless match. Right, they're out the EFL Cup. They're nowhere near the Prem title. So their next meaningful game is 3 months away. So they have to start picking up points now, bro. Mm-hmm. And Sunderland at home is as good as time as any. Surely they win this.
You're not even kidding about their schedule.
Like you're looking at United's schedule.
You look at the schedule, like there is no time to exhale and breathe. It's pressure upon pressure upon pressure. Like if they don't win this weekend, like you said, at Anfield, and you got Brighton coming in, Nottingham Forest, you don't know what you're going to get there, and then they play that team from North London, then Everton, and then Crystal Palace, and that that's going into December. Like
if they let Ange get his first win against them, that'll be another record broken, like because Ange is winless. Right? Ange took over Forest, and like justice for Nuno, yeah. Because that man lost to Midgetland yesterday at 3-1. I think it was 3-2 in the end. But yeah, they're winless. I'm hearing that Angie's under pressure already after 4 games. I'm like,
Greeks only like Greeks. Ain't no way a fellow Greek is getting rid of another one. There has to be some turmoil.
Marinakis is different, isn't it? He is different. Like he is something. That guy is like a mobster turn owner, and he has bodies in his basement. I guarantee you can find a couple of bodies in Marinakis' basement, bro. Like Nuno should be lucky he got out of there alive. You know what I mean? When have we ever seen a manager go on the pitch? I mean, an owner go on the pitch and berate his manager. Man, bro, zero fucks given. None. That guy, he is different. But I don't see now. It would be funny as hell tomorrow because we're not watching their game. We kick off at the same time as United. But I want to check the score. If I see that man down 2-0 at home to Sunderland, oh my days. But I really do. I think they win that, man. No jokes. I can't.
But that's what who did Sunderland play in the first game of the season? You remember that? I mean, I think they won that one big
Was
too.
it
If I
Villa?
recall. I forgot whoever they played. They were winning big in that one. It was a big surprise that first game, if I recall.
No,
I
they
thought
lost their first game. They
Oh,
lost their first game to
Sunderland?
Burnley.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it Burnley that won?
Yeah, they lost their
Burnley
first game
that
to
won.
Burnley
Okay.
2-0. Then they beat Brentford 2-1.
Mm.
Then 2 draws, and then they beat Forest 1-0 last week.
Okay, so I was Burnley. I had Burnley. I knew it was one. I thought it was one of the new clubs that came in and surprised.
Yeah.
Was
so
it
they-
that or was West Ham their first game? Because they beat what? No, West Ham was their first game. That was who they beat 3-0. Burnley was
Okay,
the next
all right.
one.
So yeah, you know what? You got to scroll up on that foot mob. They don't show you all the. They only show you the last 4 games, I think.
Oh, no, the last 5. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
yeah,
right.
so it was Sunderland that came in and surprised, right? And showed everybody that West Ham. Think about it. If they showed West Ham that West Ham ain't anything to deal with, what we
We
come
should be
on,
winning. We
come
should
on,
be winning
Arteta.
4-5
come
nothing.
on, Arteta, come on.
Yeah,
Come
they
on.
beat West Ham
Like
3-0.
don't do a Liverpool and think this. Liverpool gave up 4 goals in 2 games, and Arteta treated them like they had just they're like they were a 10-0 team in terms of goals for and against. It was like, no, you have a chance to score against them, you take it, especially at their place. He needs to take those risks when they actually are presented to him, right?
Mm.
West Ham isn't. They had a little bit of a nice game last time, but no, bring them back to earth.
Yeah.
Bring them back to earth. Our team is too good to like give them a chance to even think they have a chance in this game. All right, they should not even think like don't take your foot off the net kind of thing.
Yeah.
You put it there and you keep it there all game. It'll look like that. I just remember that Everton game we played where we won 1-0 and they weren't scoring. Right, they weren't scoring. That's what it needs to feel like.
Yep.
Like, but we're gonna score more goals. That's the thing. Our defense is too good. I keep saying our defense is too good for us to like not be able to make sure. You know what? You get nothing, but we're getting everything.
Mhm.
Yep.
Go on, Gianni.
No, I was just agreeing.
Yeah. So City, are we counting them out in thereabouts? Serious challengers going to put 10 runs together? Because I heard Pep say something this week that really concerned me. Pep said out of his own mouth, said Rodri can no longer play 3 games a week. Once I heard him say that out loud, I'm like, okay, City are not winning one of the big ones. They're going to have to prioritize what they're going to win because if Rodri does not play, they don't win one of the big ones. They can probably do a cup in it, but Premier League, Champions League, they cannot win without Rodri being Rodri.
No,
and he said that. So what we saying for City? Do they rebuild or top 4 finish or the actual title contenders?
How do you spend? They spent what? Almost 700 mil in
spent-
2 windows back to back,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
we're
they spent
talking
a lot in
about
January.
like
Yeah.
what are they getting out of that money? I mean, they're still depending on Rodri, right? They're still depending on Rodri, and they spent all that money. Like, no, at some point, they should have replaced somebody. KDB, think about it, they had just brought in Semenyo with that team. I mean, that
They
right
did
there
replace
kind of helps
KDB.
them. I think you know what I mean.
They did replace KDB. They got Reinders.
Yeah, they got Reinders, they got Marmouche,
No, but it
Cherky.
doesn't
Odin
look
was
like
supposed
it
to
as
be the
much,
guy.
right? But it doesn't look like it. Yeah, he's still got it. Is he there yet, or am I missing something?
No,
Who's that?
Reinders is good.
Yeah,
Reinders.
yeah.
Reinders is very.
I think he was in the Serie A Team of the Year last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember the
The
Milan
only
derby.
midfielder that was better than him in Serie A was Scott McTominay because Scott McTominay went buck wild last year.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty too hotty.
Yeah.
You might see Rasmus Højlund banging and raising that. Hey, Shane even said his acne cleared up. He left United.
Did you see they did a video? I forgot who it was. It was some United fan. They go, the Napoli glow up is real. They showed how all 3 guys look completely different now.
You know what is it? The air is clear there, or the wine's better,
Yep.
whatever it is.
Yep.
He's taking baths in wine or something like that. It's just
Yep.
clearing up.
Well, Scott McTominay went to, I think, Wimbledon, all suited up and everything, fitted suit. He's got the nice long hair, but has the nice fade and everything. So
man.
it's like they're breathing good. KDB even got a fade. He hasn't had a fade his entire career. Now he's got a fade because he went to Napoli. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's eating the real Italian food now instead of that shit that they serve in Manchester. That's what he's eating. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can overlook City because of the body of work that they've put in. But when I hear Pep say Rodri can no longer play at that level that frequently, that worries me. Or if I'm a City fan, I'm concerned about that because they go as he goes, and he's 29 now, so it's not like he's gonna roll the clock back coming from an ACL and that. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I think we could be another year that we it's just us and Liverpool, slugging it out at the top. You know, however that works out, it works out. But what I do hope is City get up for the game when fucking Liverpool go to Etihad and, you know, actually take points off them. You know,
it's classic.
Yeah, man.
Monopoly for my fade.
Yeah, there's some good games tomorrow. Not gonna lie, some good clashes tomorrow.
Yeah.
KG said Haaland is carrying them. Yeah, he's banging, and we do know that he goes through stretches where he doesn't score. So, I do think they do well this weekend. I need to go to. Yeah, you should. I mean, that's your excuse. We know where you're going, but if that's the reason you need to go there, Stu, big up to you every single time. Gary, what you got coming up, man? Before we get out of here, let the people know. You didn't watch alongs over the weekend or what?
Actually, it's got some family stuff to do this weekend, so I will be out. I probably will try to catch the game while I'm out, and then I'm away. So there'll be no shows for a couple weeks. Plus, it's an international break, so it kind of works out. But, so no shows until after the international breaks for me. Hopefully, I get to actually watch the game tomorrow, but we'll see how that plays out. So I'm taking a break, and it's always good to take that break. And actually, we'll be on the West Coast, so I'll try to ping you. But
give me a shot, man.
Yeah,
give me a shot. I'll be here, man. Gianni, what you got for us?
I won't be able to watch the game because my ass will be driving out to the burbs to go pick up my grapes to go start making wine Sunday. So
it's that time.
Yep. I got all my equipment clean today. So tomorrow's going to pick up all the grapes, and then Sunday we're crushing. So I'll be swamped the whole weekend with stuff. So I don't think I'll be able to see the game. I'll try to watch the replay of the whole game when I get home tomorrow night. Cool, man.
But yeah, big up to Gianni. Big up to Gary for jumping on. Needed some therapy, man.
Great to meet you, Gary.
Yeah.
Are you in the States too?
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey, so I'm on the East Coast.
Okay. Oh, we got the whole country. You got the East Coast, I got Chicago, and he's got the West Coast.
That's it, man. The link up is growing. But yeah, man, big up to every single one of you who locked in. Big up to Suits for hopping on earlier. BX Gunner, Vigilante, KJ, AJ, all of you legends that locked in, man. Big up to every single one of you. Come on, you gunners. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.